Hey guys, sorry, I know the lighting is horrible. I'm just too tired and lazy to get up. I'm sorry. Today was really fun. I had to get up early. I got up at like 7:10 and I got ready for the day and I ended up leaving a little bit early so I could go to the pharmacy before getting on the bus because I am in fact still sick. So I went to the pharmacy that's supposed to be open 24 hours, but I guess I just happened to catch them on a break because I went there and the door was closed, and so I buzzed the buzzer and no one answered, and then I went to the side and there was a side door and it said, hey, go in through the other door, but I knocked anyway and no one answered, and then I was like, okay, I'll go back to the main door, and I buzzed again and the girl was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, can I buy vitamin C, D, and zinc? She was like, sure, we open at 8:30, but I'll just give it to you through the little, I don't know, it's like a cubby that tilts inside and outside, whatever. And so I got the stuff just in time to catch the bus, and then I caught the bus to the train station, and Nell and I barely made it to the train station on time. We were cutting it close all around today, and then we got on the train with a bunch of people from Hedis. There were 7 of us from Hedis. I could look at the group chat, but I'm not gonna. I'm too tired. I'm sorry. There's between 7 and 10 of us in Hedis. And so we caught the train to Cadiz, which takes an hour, because today we went on a trip with all of the exchange students, not all of them, but the local coordinator organized this trip. It was an optional trip. And so I chose to go. So we met in Cadiz at this park, and then we rode the bus to Tarifa and saw the African coast, the Moroccan coast from there, and had free time. We were supposed to see the castle, but the castle was closed or it was full or something, and so we went into the church. And it was cool, I guess. I don't know, I'm not religious, so it didn't have that much meaning to me. But we went into the church, and then most of the group left, they went outside, but then I was busy talking, so I didn't notice. Me and 10 other people were busy talking, so we didn't notice, and then the big group just left without us to who knows where. And so we were okay, well, we were in no rush to meet up with them because whatever, we'll find our own way. And so we just started wandering around the city, and it was cool. It was kind of small, but it was cool. And so I got a bracelet. You can't see it from here, but I'll post a picture. I love it so much. I think it's so cute, and I always think it's so it looks so cool when people wear a lot of jewelry, bracelets, earrings, necklaces, everything, rings. And so I think it's cool that I want to start wearing those things too. This is the first step, guys. When I get back home, I'm gonna be all covered in jewelry. No, I'm not. I don't like how rings look on me. I don't know why. I probably won't get into rings, but you never know. And so we had, I think, 2 to 3 hours of free time. And so I was with this group of girls, and we walked around. They were all really nice. There was a girl from Poland, a girl from Hungary, Germany, Valeria from Italy. I feel I'm forgetting someone. I'm sorry. Yeah, but there were 6 of us, and so we got lunch together, and I got this really good crepe. It was a smoked salmon crepe, and then I subbed in goat cheese for cream cheese. It was so good. Oh my gosh. And then we were walking around, and I was wait, I kind of want something sweet, and so I got this pretzel thingamajig, because it was the cheapest thing at the bakery, and it was so good. And then I realized, wait, I'm sick, I probably should be having a bunch of sugar, and so I felt kind of bad. Oh, and earlier I had a couple churros because people got chocolate, churros with hot cocoa, and the smallest size was huge. It was huge, and so no one finished it, and so I had churros earlier, and then I had the chocolate covered whatever it's called then, and so whoopsies. Hopefully that doesn't keep me from getting better. And then we went back on the bus, and we drove to Playa Bologna, and we saw the ruins and like a bunch of history stuff, but like I'm also not into history, and so like I took pictures for my dad and that's about it. But it was fun talking to the girls, and like, but like also my throat was like really bad in Tarifa, and then on the bus ride to Playa Melodia, then my throat got better, but my head started hurting and like behind my eyes, and I was like, oh boy, and like I got tired, and so the entire time at Playa Melodia I was like kind of miserable, but then also kind of having a great time, so I was like talking to other exchange students and like relating to each other and everything, you know. But yeah, and then I've been like drinking a ton of water, and so I had to use the bathroom, and then we went back on the bus and drove back to Cadiz, and then the group from Jerez went to the store that's right across from the train station before catching the train, and so I bought another water, and I bought this huge 1.5 liter bottle of water, and then we got on the train, and it was like an hour train ride, and sorry, that might have been loud, and at first it was like really full, and so we couldn't sit, but then people left, and so we sat, so yeah. And then I caught the bus back home, and then walked home, because you know the bus stop is like 15 minutes from my actual house, and then I kind of unpacked, it got settled, and then had dinner. It was really good, actually. I really liked dinner today. I really like, yeah, it was like pork fillets, like pork with rice and salad, and this like garlic parsley oil, I don't know, it was really good. I really like it. And then after dinner, I came upstairs and did some editing, and finished editing last week's video, and then I joined the Zoom for my dance team back home that my mom is still on, and so I joined the Zoom because they have a performance today, and so it was 1 p.m. their time, 10 p.m. my time. And so I joined the Zoom meeting, and then like got ready for bed as I was watching like the first little bit of it, and then came into my room and just kind of sat knitting, watching it. And then I got up like freaking 3-4 times to use the bathroom because I'm drinking so much water, and it was so fun to see everyone dance. And yeah, it was really fun. And then that lasted like a little over 2 hours. So yeah, now it's 12:19, and I still gotta use the bathroom again and then go to bed because I am so tired. And tomorrow I'm just not gonna set an alarm. I'm gonna sleep in as long as I possibly can because I'm sick, I'm tired, I gotta catch up on sleep. Anyway, I hope this goes away tomorrow because I sound horrible right now, but yeah. Anyway, that was my day. Hey guys, so I think I used the bathroom like literally 10 times today. I'm really loading up on liquids because I'm definitely still sick. My throat is like totally fine now, but I was run down today and like had a little bit of a headache all day and had some body aches and like a little bit of chills, so like at least it's progressing, but we'll see. I'm not going to school tomorrow, so hopefully another day of rest will be good. But today I woke up at 10:30, which was only 12 hours ago, which is crazy. I'm gonna be up for literally 12 hours. Usually people are up for like 14, 16. Anyway, woke up, stayed in bed for like half an hour, 45 minutes reading, and then I got up and like got ready for the day, but just like washing my face and everything. I didn't get dressed. I've been in my PJs all day. And then I laid in bed some more, and then I went down to get breakfast because I was like, okay, I should probably get some food in me so that I can actually take the like vitamins that I bought yesterday. So I went down, I made myself some baked oats, but it's not actually baked oats because I don't add an egg. It's like baked oats, but in the microwave, and I only cook it like halfway through so that it's creamy. There's like half of it is creamy and half of it is like baked almost like a muffin, and I love it. I think it's so good. It's like a comfort food. Oh, I love it so much. And had a lot of water, and then I came back upstairs and laid down, and by then it was like 1, and so I was tired, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna lay down and try to sleep. Like, I don't think I'm gonna sleep, but I'll try. And next thing I know, it's 3:15, so I slept for 2 hours. I guess I really needed it. And then I went down for lunch, and we had like fried chicken, which probably isn't the best to have when you're sick, but like I didn't have much choice. It was fine. And then I had lunch, and I came back upstairs and read, watched YouTube, laid staring into space, drank a lot of water, used the bathroom literally used the bathroom every hour, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's exaggerating. And then I think I've drinking like 96 ounces of water today, maybe a little bit more. So yeah. And then at 6, I called my friend from Germany. She had been an exchange student in Spain, but then because of family circumstances, she went back to Germany. And so I called her for the first time since like ever, because we were at the orientation in Barcelona together. Yule. We were at the orientation. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say her name. I don't know. We were at the orientation together in Barcelona, and have been meaning to call. Like, we've tried calling literally 5 times at this point, and they just never worked out. And so I finally called her today. I was so nice. I was kind of worried it would be awkward because we haven't talked in so long. Like, we text sometimes, but not talking, you know. But it wasn't awkward. It was just really fun to catch up, and so fun to hear about her life and to tell her about mine. And it was really nice. And our call lasted like almost an hour and a half, so that was fun. And then I used the bathroom, and then I sent like a Snapchat video to another friend in Germany. I don't know how I ended up with 2 friends in Germany, but we send like Snapchat videos back and forth, although we hadn't for the last couple of months. But then she sent me one and I watched it, and then I sent one back today. And so maybe she'll come visit me in Spain, I don't know, but that would be cool. And then so that was fun. Sent a video to her, and then I texted my friend from the US. I'm such an international girl. Like, I know people from Germany, I have friends in the US, I live in Spain, I know people from Poland, Hungary, Italy, everywhere. I don't know, I feel so cool. And like, my Instagram follower count has like doubled since being here because I just follow everyone on Instagram. So that makes me look cool, I guess. I don't know. And then I read until 9, and then I called my family, and it was so nice to talk to my family and to see cats, because it's not fair, I'm so deprived of cats. I need to find a friend with cats, or like I have a friend with cats, but like she's a Spanish friend, and like all the people I'm friends with from Spain are just like school friends. Like, I don't hang out with them outside of school, but maybe if I get closer to her, I'll go to her house. I don't know, but I need a cat. Like today, I've been, lying in bed all day, and I've been sick. And when I'm sick at home, I lie on the couch, and my cat sometimes comes onto my lap, and I feel so spoiled by him, even though he's just giving me the tiniest amount of affection. But that's kind of how it is as a cat owner sometimes. But I love him, and I miss him so much, and I just want a cat on my lap to purr me to sleep. Oh well. And then I called my family, and then I went down to dinner, had dinner. It was fried fish this time, with peas and a salad, and we talked for a little bit, and then I came back upstairs, got ready for bed. I did not get ready for the day. The day is gone. I got ready for bed, and then came into my room. I'm recording this, and then I will read and go to bed, and probably wake up 3 times in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. I kind of feel like an old person. Like, I was complaining about my knee a couple days ago, and now I'm waking up so much during the night yeah. Anyway, okay, sorry, I'm like so spacey today. But yeah, okay. My book is like, okay, maybe I'm a masochist, but like not actually, but like maybe I'm a masochist because my book, like the writing is really good, but it's so sad. 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 But I can't stop reading it. Like I'll be reading it and I'm like, oh my god, I should stop, but I can't stop. But I should stop, but I can't. And then I just keep reading it, and then I get even sadder, and then I put it down. And I'm like, see, technically, I know that's fiction, but like, it feels so real. It's so sad. Someone needs to read it. The first one, If He Had Been With Me, isn't sad until the end, and the second one, If Only I Had Told Her, is sad the entire second half. Plus, like, kind of the beginning too, because you know what's coming. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but yeah, I'm reading the book so fast. I'm reading it faster than the first one, but it's so sad. Oh my god. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna stop rambling now, but yeah, that was my day. Hey guys, so today I stayed home because I was definitely still sick, and now I'm feeling a lot better, so I'm definitely going to school tomorrow, but I think maybe you can still hear it. I know I can. But I woke up and I still had like a little bit of the like, not shivers, the cold flashes? I don't know. A little bit of those, and like, I just still felt sick, you know? But I made myself get up and get ready for the day and go down to breakfast, and we didn't have bananas, so I had to have toast instead of baked oats, but oh well. And then there's not much to tell. It was a day of reading, watching YouTube. I think I watched a little bit too much YouTube today, but at least at the end I read for a while, and so that kind of got rid of my brain fog. Otherwise right now I'd be a little bit like a zombie. But I watched mostly long form content, which helped too. I took a shower and like switched the sheets, because usually we do that on Sundays, but since I was sick I didn't want to, because then I would just make them sick again, you know? And so I switched them today, and we got new comforters, because they're like the warmer comforters, and they're so much prettier. The lime green I thought was kind of obnoxious, and the other side was blue, but it was also an obnoxious blue, so I'm glad we have the new sheets. I did some homework. Not much. Like, I just checked the Langua answers from last week because he posted them, but I didn't start the next act because I don't know, I didn't feel like it. And I tried doing chem homework, but I didn't understand all of it. I actually didn't understand most of it, like especially the conversion of units, because the teacher never explained what the units mean. Sorry, my voice. Also, today, I've had a lot of phlegm, but I think that's a good thing, because like, don't you get a lot of phlegm at the end when your body's like getting rid of everything? I'm going with that's a good thing. Which is gross. Sorry, maybe you didn't want to know that, but now you do. At least it's not as gross as having to deal with it like me. But yeah. Oh, Maribel stayed home today, just like to make sure I was okay. And today and yesterday, I think because I'm sick, is the most nurturing and like, not sweet, but like just the most nurturing she's ever been towards me. Just because that's not her parenting style at all. Well, really, that's not her personality. So yeah, that was sweet. And then, so I did a little bit of homework. I was feeling better, so I did some homework. I just said that. Obviously, I'm still a little bit out of it. Well, I worked on the scarf for a while, and it is now as long as I am tall, which is crazy. But the look I'm going for needs it to be even longer. So it's gonna be like 1.25 times my height, or 1.5 times my height. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. I really hope Maria likes the color. I don't know. I feel like most people like accessories to be neutral so that it goes with a lot of things, and her scarf is green and blue, so I don't know how much she'll actually wear it. But I hope she gets some good use out of it. I would hate to make her something and have her not like it and then have to pretend to like it because I made it and gave it to her. We'll see. And I watched another Chinese lesson video, and I made plans with my dad to speak Chinese on the phone sometimes. Like, not concrete plans, but like, hey, this is something we're going to do in the future sometime. So that's cool, because as most of you probably know, I used to be fluent in Chinese, or like, well, that's what people tell me. I used to be pretty fluent in Chinese, and then I forgot pretty much everything. And being in Spain, speaking Spanish is not helping that. And so, like, today I sent voice recordings back and forth with my dad, and my Chinese is so horrible. And every time I speak Chinese, I'm so embarrassed, and it's like, how was I so good and then I forgot literally all of it? I hate it. But I hope that the lessons and speaking with him improves it at least a little bit, but it's horrible. Like, my Spanish is improving and my Chinese is disproving. No, my Chinese is getting worse, and like, I'm one of those people who tries to do everything, but like also not really. I don't know. I try to do everything, or I just focus on one or two things and then feel guilty for not trying to do everything. So that's fun. But yeah, so I think talking with him will be fun though. It'll be very broken Chinese on my end for a while, but then it'll improve and that'll get me set up to rejoin my Chinese class a second semester back home. I thought I had something else to say. Oh, my book is getting better. It's like, it's not as sad anymore because, you can't end it on like a really sad note, otherwise that would be horrible. And so I'm like more than halfway through the book, and it's kind of getting that like happy ending, kind of, because the book has 3 different perspectives, and so I finished the first 2 perspectives and they both got finished up and like loose ends tied, and then now I'm just starting the 3rd perspective. And this one is going to be really sad at the beginning, but then it'll also get better at the end because resolution. So that's cool. And okay, yeah, so since I'm speaking Spanish with Nella now, my accent is getting a lot better. Like, I'm definitely going to have a noticeable accent when I get back. Like, not pronouncing S's and half the time, well, less than half the time, pronouncing Z's and Z's like TH as opposed to S. Yeah, okay. I don't really have much to say about today, but somehow it took 7 minutes. Sorry, I talk so slow and about literally nothing, but hopefully I didn't bore you to tears. Yeah, okay, bye. Hey guys, I forgot to say yesterday, so this is Tuesday, Kayla, and I just went on a run, so excuse the sweatiness. But I forgot to say yesterday that yesterday was probably the nicest I've ever looked while I was sick, because my PJs were dirty and getting washed, and so I had to wear a sweater and regular pants, which didn't actually go very well, but still. And I had to dry my hair with a blow dryer because my host mom thought that having wet hair would make me even worse, even though it was the middle of the day. But I blow dried my hair, and I was not expecting how weird it would be to see me with actual straight hair, because I always thought of my hair as wavy, but I didn't realize how much difference that little wave made. And also I tried escargot for the first time yesterday, and I don't like it. It's not even the taste. It doesn't even taste like much, but just the texture. And so yeah, I'm not an escargot person. But yeah, that was my day yesterday. Hey guys, so today I've been such a mess of emotions. Yeah, okay. I woke up at 7:10. Well, really, I woke up when Nella's alarm went off, but then I got up at 7:10, and that seemed to work out perfect, because after getting ready for the day and all the stuff, breakfast or whatever, I I made it to school at 8:05, I think, which is like the perfect time because it gives me 10 minutes before school starts. Because it starts at 8:15, but I'm used to 8:30, which is a little bit annoying, but whatever. And so I got to school at 8:05, and it was perfect because then I locked up my bike and made it to my class and still had a couple minutes extra. So 7:10 is going to be my everyday time, which, oh my gosh, is so much better than using the bus. Like, using the bus, I got up at 6:45 every day, so that's 25 extra minutes of sleep. But also, like, I wore makeup to school literally one day, and that day I woke up at 6:30, and the first day of school I woke up at 6:30 just to make sure I had enough time, and like, anyway, so, I love bikes. I love the freedom. And then I got to school and I had drafting was my first class, and we did a dodecano. I don't know how to say that in English. It's a 12-sided regular polygon, and that was cool, I guess. I don't know. And then so we have a test tomorrow, and so people were just asking questions about things they didn't really understand for the test tomorrow. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. And then after drafting was philosophy, I think. Yeah, I think it was philosophy. And I tried to turn in 2 things, but I couldn't turn in either of them because one of them, well, they were both written in pencil, and one of them was on lined paper instead of blank paper. And the other one wasn't in the right format, but she didn't tell me it had to be in a specific format. I was so mad. So I'm like about to start my period, and so my hormones are all over the place, I think. That's what people have told me. And I think maybe that explains why I was so mad. I was so mad. Oh my god. I was like, I have to do all this work and it's the exact same work. Okay, this part is true though. It's the exact same work, so why does she care if it's in pen or pencil? Please explain, because I don't understand. And, okay, I'm so sorry there are lines. It's not that hard to just ignore the light blue lines. Anyway, so I redid that, and I didn't understand because what I did for the like wrong format one is so much more in depth than what she wanted, and so what she wanted is basically copying and pasting from the notes. So at least it was easy to redo it, but it's like, girl, like, I did so much more work and you don't want me to turn it in. Okay, whatever. So I went up there to clarify something, and she was like, don't hate me please, and I was like, a little bit too late for that, but now I've calmed down a little bit, and I don't hate her anymore. I just kind of dislike her. But improvement. And then after that it was supposed to be chemistry. No, it wasn't. I don't know what it was. I think it was, let's see. Okay, after philosophy was English, and English we did like pretty much nothing. Oh, but my teacher asked me if I could do like a 15-minute Thanksgiving presentation for the first year of ESO, closer to Thanksgiving, and I said sure, like that's fine, because chances are I'm gonna have to talk so slow that it's like a 5-minute presentation that I'll just talk really slow and make it take 15 minutes. So yeah, that really shouldn't be that hard. And I talked to my teacher, and she said that really I can just kind of treat her class as a study hall, like do whatever homework I have, which is cool because that's what I've been wanting to do, but I didn't want to be rude and work on other work in her class while she's teaching. So now I have to go ahead. And then after English was recreo, and I didn't do anything because oh my god, the first half of the day I was so run down. I was like, ooh, maybe it was a bad idea going to school today because I was still phlegmy and just run down and tired, and it was bad. So during recess, I didn't do anything. I just sat, ate my sandwich, and read. I decided I don't care if they catch me on my phone because I'll just play the like innocent exchange student. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And then I hope they don't catch me again when I do it again, inevitably. But they didn't catch me, so we don't have to worry about that yet. And then yeah, so I ate that, and then was math. And math was okay. I don't know. I still know everything they're learning, but oh, I did another problem on the board, and I kind of did it a roundabout way, just because like I didn't think ahead and just did the steps that I thought of. And so when I wrote it on the board, it was like extra confusing for them. Whoops. But I got the right answer, so cool. I think I was the only one who got the answer. It's still crazy how ahead of them I am. And then after that was supposed to be chemistry, but oh, I'm so happy. Our teacher was sick or something, which like sucks for her, but it's great for us. And sorry. And so we had guardia, and so it was just work time, and I looked over every single drawing we've ever done in drafting, which is like 30-ish at this point. It's a lot. So I looked over it and I was like, okay, this is a step, blah, 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 blah. And so I feel more prepared for my test tomorrow, but still like there's a lot to memorize, and I have not memorized all of it. So we'll see. And then after that was lengua, and lengua was boring, and I didn't pay attention because like at all, because they were learning stuff or like going over stuff that doesn't apply to, like, is not applicable, because it's going to be on their test, but it's not going to be on mine. Like mine is going to be much easier. So I didn't pay attention at all, but I didn't fall asleep because I was people watching, which maybe is a little bit creepy to have some random person staring at you, but and oh yeah, okay, something that's way different here versus in the US is that in the US, when we learn something, okay, math unit, my math teacher did this a lot. She would teach us a bunch of stuff, and then the test would get closer, and we're like reviewing and everything, right? And someone would ask, hey, is this going to be on the test, or how is this going to be on the test? She'd be like, don't worry about that, just make sure you know everything and you'll be fine. And we're like, okay, but like, is it going to be on the test? And she's like, just learn everything, and like, if you know everything, then you'll be fine, you'll be good. But here, they ask, is that going to be on the test? He goes, yes, but it's going to be different because it'll be blah, 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 and not blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's different. And also, at least so far, it kind of seems like the Spanish school system is a lot of memorizing and regurgitating, which I don't like. I think that's stupid, but whatever. I'm only in school for 4.5 months, so it's not that bad. And then after school, I biked home, and it took me like 11 minutes, and then I had lunch, and then from there, my day started going downhill a little bit, because I tried doing homework, but I just was not feeling it. So I called my mom, and like before calling my mom, I was already feeling a little bit down and like a little bit homesick, and that's why I called her. And then I called her, and like, don't get me wrong, she was saying all the right things, and like she was making me feel better, but I was also crying more. I was like, I don't know why this is happening, because she's making... Anyway, I had like a mini mental breakdown. So that's not great. But then I ended up going out to the store to buy chia seeds, and I don't know, vitamin D, I guess, helped. And then I came home, and it was a lot better. And I made myself baked oats, and that helped. And then I did homework and was pretty productive. And then I think, and then I went on a jog. I went on a really slow jog. I still did the 1.5 miles, but it took me a full minute longer than usual, just because I was taking it slow, because I'm sick, you know. And I went alone because now Nella is sick. I feel bad. And then I edited, and then I took a shower, and then went down and hung out and watched TV while waiting for dinner, because I thought dinner was going to be ready earlier, but it wasn't. But then, anyway, so yeah, and then I had dinner, and then I came upstairs, and I'm recording this, and I'll get ready for bed and go to bed. And I was supposed to call my dad today and speak in Chinese, but then dinner was I was told dinner was going to be earlier, so then I wouldn't have been able to, but then I actually would have been able to, but then anyway, so yeah, but we'll definitely call sometime, just have to figure out when. But yeah, okay, that was a lot, I'm sorry. And that was my day. Bye. Hey guys, so today was a really good day, but not, I have the hiccups, so I'm sorry, that might be a little bit annoying, but oh, the light, that's why it was blurry. Today so I did not realize how much I take for granted having my own room back home, but like every morning I woken up half an hour before I need to get up because Nella's alarm goes off, and today Nella slept in because she wasn't going to school, but Maddie Bell's alarm woke me up. So it's so nice being back home where I can just sleep until I want to get up and don't have to worry about anyone else's alarm waking me up at 6:30. Anyway, I got up like 5 minutes early and then got ready for the day and all that, and then biked to school. And today the bike ride took a little bit longer. I think there was some more traffic than usual, so I got to school more like 8:09 instead of 8:05, but it was fine. First class of the day was Valores, which is like usually just worked on, but today we had this like riddle sheet, and so I worked on that. And then was supposed to be chemistry, but the teacher was still sick or out of town or something, and so it was Guardia again. And so I studied for drafting because the est was today, and so I studied enough that I got everything memorized. Like I can draw a regular polygon given either the circle, the circumference, or one side. I can draw a regular polygon from 5 to 11 sides like that, so that's cool. And then also like triangles and quadrilaterals, stuff with those too, but the polygon was the most memorization, and these guys needed help, and so they asked me, and so I was helping two guys with drafting for most of the period of chemistry, but it was just like back home because we would cluster together and study for tests back home, and I was usually the one people were asking for help with math anyway, not with like, well, I guess you don't really need to study for English, but yes, it was just like back home, people crowding and asking questions and everything, and I felt so smart because I could answer all of their questions. And then we went to drafting, and so class periods are an hour, but all the teachers try to coordinate their tests so that they're either right before or right after recreo, so they can use the recess time, so that then it's an hour and a half test period instead of an hour. And so that happened today, and so we got an hour and a half to do the test, and it was one triangle, 2 quadrilaterals, and 2 regular polygons, which I thought it was just going to be one of each, so I was like, oh shoot, like am I going to have enough time for all of them? And so I started out with a decagon, and I tried to make it as perfect as possible, and I spent way too long on it. I spent 30 out of that hour, 30 minutes just on the decagon, which is 1 of 5. And so I was like, okay, I gotta move on. So then I moved on to the triangle, and the triangle is fine. It was like not as exact as I could have made it if I had enough time, but like he did not give us enough time. Then I moved on to looking at the quadrilaterals, and I couldn't figure out the first one just by first glance, and the second one I did it, but then as I was checking, I realized I had the wrong measurement for one of them, and I was like, shoot, wait, how do you do this? And then I remembered you have to extend it and then do the parallel, blah 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 blah. But I got it, and then I checked it, and it was right. And then I went and did the other regular polygon, which was an octagon, but I did that one with the wrong radius. Like I made it, basically the decagon and the octagon were supposed to be on the same paper, just with different radii, so that they're like, you can tell them apart. But I made them both on the decagon radius, so I'm gonna get docked points for that. But by the time I realized it was too late, and I mean, he'll see that I drew it right even if it's not the right size, so he better give me partial credit for that. And then I went back to the first quadrilateral that I couldn't figure out, and I got it figured out, and so that's really cool. But I was rushing so hard. That is among the most stressed I've ever been in my life, because I spent 30 minutes on one of 5, and so after when there were only 30 minutes left, I had either 2 or 3 drawings left to do, and I was like, shoot, how am I gonna finish? But I finished barely before recess ended. And then after that, I don't remember, I think I had math, and then I had math and technology, but we had the protest again, and so it was just reading time outside, and so it took half an hour to get outside, and then no one read, they just talked and played games, and then was technology, which was the same situation. And for our test on Friday, there's 2 problems and then 1 like theory question, but the theory question we like haven't been taught that very well. The first day he was sick. The second day I didn't understand it, because it's Spanish terms and technological terms, and like I just didn't understand it. And then I was gone on Monday because I was sick, and then Tuesday we didn't have class, and today he was trying to explain it outside where it was loud, and so like I walked up to him and I was like, I don't know what any of this is. I don't know how any of it works. He was like, just don't do it on the test. Just don't do it. I was like, okay, but I don't know if he means he's gonna, like, he's not gonna dock me points if I don't do it, or if I should just take the 0 on that part. I don't know. But he didn't explain it to me, so it's not like I can't do it. So, and then after that was PE, and PE was so stupid. First we played, Cops and Robbers, I think. And, but it was hot. It was like 80 degrees, and we were just in like straight sun on asphalt, and so like, no thank you. I was sweating before I even started running, so I didn't try. And I don't care if I get a bad grade in PE in Spain on my year abroad. I don't care. So I didn't run. And then we did this thing where you were supposed to do your 50% like jogging for half a lap, and then 60% a quarter of a lap, and then 80% a quarter of a lap, and then 50, 60, 80. But I didn't. I basically just walked the whole time, because again, I don't care, and it's in the sun, and I'm already sweating and miserable, so you can't make me run. I'm sorry, but not sorry. And then I biked home, and it was so hot. And then I came home, had lunch, did homework for like, I studied for technology. And by study, I mean I did practice problems. Yeah, I studied for like 45 minutes, maybe half an hour. And then edited yesterday's video. And then I talked to my mom for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. And giving her an update on my test and everything. And then caught the bus to go, it was basically the train station, because I met Amalia to go to this like Chinese store, kind of, but like actual Chinese food, like mochi, boba drinks, like ramen, like just typical like convenience, maybe not Chinese, but like Asian convenience store, and it was amazing. I love it so much. I'm going back sometime. Oh my god. I'll post a picture of our little haul that we got. But the mango gummy was definitely my favorite. It was like the ripest mango. It tasted like the ripest mango, and I love it so much, and I'm definitely buying it again, and I love it so much. And the boba I got was not Tapioca boba, and it was really disappointing. But the milk was good, because the milk was taro milk, and I've missed everything. I've missed taro, I've missed mochi, I've missed everything, and so it was great. But then we were walking home, and I was craving a chocolate croissant, even though I already had too much sugar for still being sick. And so I got a chocolate croissant because they're like 55 cents at the grocery store. Why wouldn't I? And so I got that, and then we walked home. It was like, I don't know, a mile and a half back home. But we just walked because we were chatting. And then we stopped by my house, dropped some stuff off, and then went to a clothing store where I tried on some jeans. And I didn't end up buying anything, but I'm definitely going back there because a pair of jeans was $12.50, which is crazy. And then another one was $18.50, but like everywhere else, the lowest you'll find is 25 euros. And so I'm definitely going back sometime for when they restock. Sorry, I got like 5 bug bites yesterday. It's ridiculous. But literally 5 bug bites. 1 here, 2 here, and 2 on my leg. It's horrible. Anyway, and then I just walked back home, and then I unpacked and changed into PJs, and then had dinner, and then I came up here and I'm recording this, and then I'll get ready for bed and go to bed. And yeah, today was a really good day. Hey guys, let me try that again. Hey guys, I am currently working on untangling yarn because my brain decided that it was a really important thing to do, and I got stressed out about it earlier, and so now I have to finish it because I do. But today was a good day. I woke up, got ready for the day, and no one's alarm woke me up today, but I woke myself up because I woke up with a calf cramp, which has happened 2 nights in a row now, so maybe that's a sign that I need to stretch more, even though I have been stretching and like warming up and cooling down and all that, but whatever. This is a reminder actually to do that right after I record this. But then and then I really had to use the bathroom because, I'm loading up on liquids, and it's so annoying having to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. Now I understand why people always complain about it. And then I got up and went to school. My first class of the day was math, and math was fine. It was kind of boring, but like same as always, whatever. And then after that was technology. Yeah, I think it was technology. It was technology. After that was technology. And they were working on theory stuff, and I didn't understand it. And he said again that I didn't have to do it. So I'm thinking he means that, like, he's just going to make an exception for me. I hope that's what he means. I think that's what he means. And then after technology was dibujos. I don't know. Now I'm all twisted around. After technology was philosophy. Jeez. And philosophy was fine. I don't dislike the teacher anymore. I think she's really good at lecturing. Like, she's good at the whole philosophy thing, as one would hope she would be, being a philosophy teacher. I actually really like her. Well, not really like her, but she's okay. And then after philosophy was recess, I spent it with an exchange student the only other exchange student who goes to my school. So that was fun. And then after that was, oh my god, I think after that was, it was lengua, okay. After that was lengua, and it was really boring, and they were still analyzing the words in that complicated way that I don't have to do, so I didn't pay attention at all again, and I didn't fall asleep, so hey. And then after lengua was dibujos, drafting, and I got my test back, and I got a 9.5. The only thing I did wrong was drawing the octagon on the wrong radius, the wrong circumference, the wrong circle. So, I did pretty well. And, a 9.5 is already a good score to me, but then compared to everyone else, someone got an 8.2, and Christina got a 9.9. But then one person got a 1.6, one person got a 3.7, One person got a 3. Yeah, so I did pretty dang well. And then after that was English, and in English I worked on a little bit of philosophy because we have to write 500 words about this thing. And then after that was the end of school, so I biked home and had lunch, and I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, lunch was okay. It wasn't anything special, but I liked it fine. And then it was like potatoes and meat and like a broth. I don't know. And then after that, I did philosophy homework. And then I edited. And then I called my mom, and then I called my dad, and we were finally able to call and speak in Chinese. And I was horrible, but he was really nice about it. And so I really do think that speaking with him is going to improve my Chinese so much for when I come back and take the Chinese class in school. So that's great. And then while I was on the phone with him, I was knitting and noticed this tangle in the yarn. So I was like, okay, I gotta deal with this. And it was like, it was just a little bit was tangled, but I had to pull out a big chunk because it was like pretty far down. And so that left me with a horrible mess, and I just kept making it worse. And I spent literally an hour trying to untangle it, and then I ended up just cutting it. But by then, I was like getting ready for my run, or it was getting near my run time, and after my run, I had planned to take a shower and wash my hair. And so that takes longer, which means I have to go on the run earlier, which means I have to, get ready to go on the run earlier. And so, I was detangling the yarn, and I really wanted to finish before going on my jog. But I couldn't figure it out, and so I was rushing, and then I finally just decided to cut the yarn, and that made me so stressed out for literally no reason. And so I went on the run, and it helped me decompress a little bit because I got so stressed out for absolutely no reason about this stupid ball of yarn. And I'm finally just getting it done, although now I'm making another tangle. But I don't know why this freaking ball of yarn is stressing me out so much. It's probably not the ball of yarn. It's probably school and stuff because I have a test tomorrow. But I'm actually not stressed out about the test too bad because I know the stuff other than the theory, but apparently I'm not doing the theory. Still don't know how that works. But yeah, and then I went on my run, and I'm still kind of sick, so I took it a little bit easy. Well, kind of. I kind of took it easy, but also I was really stressed out, so I just wanted to get everything out, And so I ran slow still, but not as slow as yesterday. I ran 30 seconds faster than yesterday. Not that it matters, but I'm just happy that I went on the run. I really think and hope I'm gonna get out running more regularly again now that I'm feeling better. Which, I still have a lot of phlegm and it's disgusting. I'm probably healing slower than back home for a variety of reasons. But it's really annoying. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent, and I'm also preoccupied, so I'm talking slow. But yeah, and then I came home, took my shower, had dinner. Okay, the culture is so different, mine versus Nella's, because we had chicken wings. So I ate it with my hands, and I look over and she's using her fork and knife, which is no one uses a fork and knife. No one uses silverware to eat chicken wings in the US. It was just interesting. And then I came upstairs and I filed my nails, which you did not need to know, but now you do. And then I'm recording this, and then I'll get ready for bed and go to bed after I finish getting this yarn untangled. I hate this. This is so frustrating. But yeah, that was my day. I finally untangled the ball of yarn. I don't think you understand how much I hate that stupid ball of yarn. I was done. I was nearly done. And then I noticed a knot, a genuine knot, a, pull it through knot, not a knot of yarn. I was okay, it's small, so I could just ignore it, or I could fix it. And so I fix it, but I have to pull through a lot of yarn. And as I'm pulling it through, then I make another knot. and then that takes me so long to undo, and I hate that ball of yarn. I'm so done. I wanted to just give it to Mom and have her figure it out, because that's what happens at home, but she's not here, and I can't really like fly it out to the US. A, because that's expensive, and B, because I don't have time for that. So I had to detangle the ball of yarn, and I literally cut it and then still barely finished it, but it's done now. Hey guys, so first of all, I would like to apologize for how slow I was talking yesterday. I think I was more preoccupied by the yarn ball than I realized. So, I watched it back today while I was editing, and I was talking painfully slow. So, sorry. But today, I got up, got ready for school. Nella went to school today too, so I could actually have the light on while getting ready for the day, which was nice. And then I got to school, and my first class of the day was English. I'm prepared with my schedule today, so I don't have to pause and edit, which you guys don't see, but I don't have to pause and edit the video and make it all cutty. Anyway, so yeah, my first class of the day was English, and I didn't pay attention at all because I don't have to. Instead, I did, let me block this light. Instead, I did chemistry. I looked over some problems and tried to make sense of some things. And then I did some studying for technology because I had the test today. And then after English was draft day. And we started the new unit, I guess you could call it. And I definitely don't like it as much as the polygons. It's I don't know, it doesn't come as naturally to me, which I know is just not everything is easy, you just have to get used to it, whatever, but yeah, if something's easy for you, you're gonna like it better, at least at first, than if something's harder. You can't disagree with that. So, I don't like it as much as the last unit, but it's not horrible. And then after that was technology, and we had the test. And it was 2 theory questions and then 2 solve the problem questions. And so I didn't have to do theory, but I did the 2 solve the problem ones, and it took me about an hour because we started the test 5 minutes into the class period, and then I ended it 5 minutes into the recess. And I was the first one done, but that is to be expected because I had 2 responses less than everyone else. But I'm pretty confident about it. I think I did everything right. But of course, if I say that, then I'm going to jinx myself and then get a 5. I wouldn't get a 5. But we'll see. It'll be a cliffhanger for you guys, I guess. I'm sure you're so not wrapped. Wrapped in it. No. RAPT. I don't know. You know what I mean. Anyway, I'll find out on Monday, but you won't find out for another week, but I don't think you care that much. And then it was recess, and I couldn't find the other exchange student, so I just kind of ate in my classroom, and it was fine because I was tired. And then after that was math, and math was okay. And then was chemistry, and we went over some problems, and I don't understand everything because I don't understand unit conversions because I don't know the units because they use the metric unit and we use the other one, or maybe they use the other one and no, they use the metric and we use whatever the other one is, the weird one with inches and feet. So I don't know the what am I saying? I don't know the units. I mean, I know there's 100 centimeters in a meter. Or is it 1,000? And there's 10 millimeters in a centimeter, and that's all I know. I don't know what liters are and everything, so that's a little bit tough because there's a lot of unit conversions in the chem problems, and I just can't do it because it's something everyone's just expected to know, but I don't. But then after that was lingua, and I didn't pay attention to lingua again because they were still doing the analysis, and so I looked at philosophy and did various other homework. And then I asked him a question about the homework. because, we had to read Act 9, I think we're on now, and answer 3 questions about it, and I didn't understand one of the questions, and so I asked a question about the question, and he answered it, and it made a lot of sense, and so it's like, I did it easily when I got home. I just didn't understand what he was asking. But then after school, then I just biked home, and I was productive in that half hour before Nella got here. I think it was more than half an hour, actually. I worked, I answered the last question about the play, and I did something else that I can't remember. And then we had lunch, and then I came back upstairs, and I was on my phone for like half an hour, 45 minutes. And then I did philosophy, and oh my god, okay, so philosophy homework. Oh, and then I have to talk about drafting, because I forgot to talk about it yesterday. But philosophy homework, we were told we had to write 500 words on this, like, text we read. And so I was working on it. I was writing it on my computer and then on paper because you have to write in pen, which is so stupid. But I'm writing on my computer so I can edit it, and then I'll just copy it down in pen. But I was writing it, and I got 450 words, or 460 or something. And so I texted my friend. I was like, hey, it was Christina. I was like, hey, do you think 450 words is enough? And she was like, oh, yeah, the teacher was wrong. The teacher was wrong. It's actually 300. You're kidding. You're kidding. I did a third more than I needed to. Like, I did 4/3 times what I needed to do. Thanks, teacher. What the heck? So I guess I'll just be an overachiever and turn in my 460 words. But then after that, I don't remember what I did. And then I got ready to go out because I went out to dinner with Amalia and Valeria tonight, and it was really fun. So I got dressed and I wore a jacket. Oh, but before that, I did this hack that my sister sent me on Instagram a long time ago, and I just never tried it until now. But I have all these baby hairs and they're always just really frizzy. But she sent me a video saying that if you wet them with water and scrunch them, then really they're curls, but they're not moisturized enough, or not, I don't know, something. And so it comes out frizzy instead of curly. So I was okay, so I got my hair wet and I did the scrunches, and it turned out really cool. It was a little bit crazy, but then it calmed down throughout the day, or throughout the evening, and so I really like it. I think it looked really cool. It's so much better than just having frizz like I do now, because now it's all ruined, because it was windy. But yeah, so maybe I'll start doing that. So thanks, shout out to Cookie. And then drafting, okay. I got my score back for drafting yesterday. I just forgot to talk about it. I got a 9.5 because the only thing I did wrong was drawing an octagon on the wrong circumference. But everything else I did perfectly, so that's cool. And there was this one, we had to draw a rhombus, given angles, and everyone else drew, okay, rhombuses have 2 equal angles. These two angles are equal, and then these 2 angles are equal. And so I drew these 2, I figured out this angle. I figured out this angle, and then from there I did it. But then everyone else figured out these 2 angles. Okay, I figured out these 2, everyone else figured out these 2. And the teacher didn't think it was possible to figure out these 2, just because we only have 30, 45, 60 degrees with the triangles that you use to draw. They're called cartabones, but I don't know what it is in English. They're usually green, if that helps. But so I drew these 2 angles, and the teacher was when he gave me back my test, he was you're gonna have to explain to me how you did that, because you got it right. I just have no idea how you did. And I was okay. And so he explained to the class how to do it. We went over our answers, and they explained to me how to do this one, which I think maybe I understand, but also maybe not. We'll see. But it doesn't matter because I got it right anyway. And so then I explained it to him. I was yeah, I drew 45 and then cut it in half, or did the bisector, and then I did 60 and then did the bisector, which gave me 52.5 degrees. He was oh, that's so interesting. I didn't even think of that. Sorry. He was oh, that's so interesting. I didn't even think of that. And I was yeah. He's like, yeah, so that works. I mean, my drawing was like a little bit off, I think, because I was rushing, but he still gave me full points for that drawing. So that was really cool. I like showed him something he didn't even think of. And then, so that was drafting. And then I talked about the hair. And then I got ready to go out with friends. So I like walked to the bus stop and caught line 11 and met up with Amalia and Valeria on the bus. And then we got off together and walked to the restaurant. And this restaurant was so nice. Like the aesthetic was so cool. I loved it. We all loved it. And it wasn't crazy expensive. Like this place gives expensive vibes, but it wasn't even that bad. I got a tortellini for 14 euros, and Valeria got an entire margarita pizza for 9.50 euros, and Amalia got a small piece of lasagna for like 12.50. So like it wasn't that bad. Like it's probably more expensive than what I would usually go for just because I'm kind of cheap, but it was like this place was so aesthetic and fancy, and the food, like, it was good quality, and it wasn't crazy expensive. And like we had bread, and the rolls were warm, and the olive oil was delicious, and the olives were like the best olives I've ever had in my life. I usually don't like plain olives, but these were amazing. And then I went to the bathroom, and they were stocked with pads and tampons, and it smelled amazing. And I was like, dang, this place is nice. So we're definitely going back there. We're going back there. We're going back to Sushi Panda, and we're going back to the place that I overate at that one time, the like pasta buffet place. It's called Muerde la Pasta. But we're definitely going back. And then after dinner, which was so fun, it was so nice to talk to them, and dinner was in the center, and so then we walked through the center until we got to this bakery because I reserved these 2 good to go bags on an app, which is like when you reserve food that at the end of the day places are just gonna like throw away leftovers, but then you can reserve them for really cheap and get the leftovers, and then it's like trying to eliminate food waste, and then it's cheap for you. And so I paid 3 euros for a surprise bag, and when I reserved mine, it said there were 2 left from the same place. But then when I went to pick it up, I got 3 bags. So I'm thinking maybe the other 2 didn't get claimed, and they just gave the extra 2 to me, because what are they going to do with it? I was like, okay, so for 3 euros, I got 2 pastries, a loaf of bread, and a loaded hot dog, which I'm not going to eat. I sent it home with Amalia and Valeria, but it was a loaded hot dog with like mustard, ketchup, relish. It looked a little gross, but I think they said they were going to eat it, so that's good. But it was really good, and I got all of that for 3 euros, and so that's amazing. And then we caught the bus back. I got off before them because my stop was closer, but my SIM card ran out, so then there was this whole thing of sending Amalia Maribel's contact, and I had to walk home without any way to contact anyone, but it was fine because I ended up home safe and sound. And then I came home, and I walked home, and the plan was for me to come home, pick up my bike, come home, reload my SIM card, pick up my bike, and then bike to Amalia and Valeria's house to hang out and watch a soccer game, and then come back here because I can't take the bus because there's no bus that comes late enough to drop me back at home, so that I would bike. But then I came home and I was trying to recharge my SIM. A reload is recargar in Spanish, and so I keep trying to say recharge instead of reload, but it's reload. I tried to reload my SIM, but then I put in the wrong phone number, and then I had to call my dad and figure out my phone number, and then it didn't work. But then it turns out I just had to restart my phone, and then it did work. And so all of that took like half an hour, and then by then it was 11. I was like, I don't really want to go out now, because like I just don't feel like it. I'm just tired at this point. So then I'm just staying home, and after this I'll either edit this video so that I don't have to edit tomorrow, or like watch YouTube, and then get ready for bed and go to bed, and then but yeah, that was my day. It was a pretty long video, 14 minutes, and yeah, I guess that was also my week, so cool.